Hey, what is up? Hey, listen, I am here today at a place called Champions Quest. This is in Los Alamitos. It is an athletic training facility, and the reason I'm here is because I want to show you an amazing facility, an amazing guy that's developed some of the most insane athletic training programs I have ever seen. This guy has got this training facility that's unlike any gym that you've ever been to. So the next time you're asking me to train your kid, this is where I'm sending him to. Check it out.
All right, Thomas, come on in, man. Let's check it out.
Right on. Wow.
Thanks, man. So this is the facility. This is where the parents hang out, watch sports that are on TV, have some coffee and tea over here while they're waiting. Parents can schedule their sessions online. Athletes don't train on machines. Athletes don't sit and do one-dimensional movements to become better in their sport. So we erased all that. The whole facility here is all open space to train the athletes in the movement they need to do in their sport. We have, like I said earlier, we have over 50 kids with college scholarships and growing, so athletes get to hang their banner.
Ryan, tell us about this crazy treadmill.
Well, it's a Woodway Force treadmill, and the athlete basically gets a harness they put around them and attaches to their back, and they have to run as hard as they can to produce the treadmill to turn over.
What you're saying is like, you know, a traditional treadmill is kind of like a floor that's moving from underneath you, whereas this treadmill that you have right here, you're actually pushing the floor that's underneath you. You're driving the floor, not the other way around.
We work on the athlete's running technique and form, and then also generate the strength and the power and the flexibility they need as well. Plus put together, mix in some mental confidence in there and get them aggressive. We see athletes drop sometimes 4 or 5 tenths on their 10-yard dash time. That's like half a second. Think about how many more feet you can cover on the field in that half a second. Sometimes it's 10 feet. That's in baseball, that's in terms of being safe or getting out. Football, it's either making an interception, not getting an interception. Lacrosse is either breaking away so you can get the pass and to score. You'll be surprised how many kids come in here and can't even balance. Well, that's wrong. Athletes need to balance with the lower body. So the first thing we got to teach them is everything happens from their leg. So what they're doing up here, watching the sport, using their stick on the cross field, whatever the sport they play is, they can do that while their leg stabilizes down here. Because think about it, if you take this motion, put that on the field, who's going to play their sport like this? No one. They got to balance in their legs so they can get ready for the play. So we have to use different balance modalities and equipment specific to athletes to get them to that next level. We also have a full-size Olympic lifting platform where you'll see high school athletes working out to get them ready to the next technique. A lot of times I'll go over to high schools to watch kids perform in their practices and so forth, and you see a lot of bad technique going on. You see coaches sitting there just watching, and they're not learning technique, they're just going through the motions. We actually teach them that proper technique that they need so they don't get hurt. They learn the proper recruitment of the muscle fiber they need to generate the power on game day. Also, one thing that's unique to us is that the visualization part of the sport. You'll see, if I can have Thomas pan over here, that there's a bunch of lines painted on the floor. The blue lines actually represent a full-size tennis court. So the athlete can take their agility and speed drills and apply the drill to them actually moving on the tennis court. You'll see 15, 10-yard, 5-yard markers here, just like football. You'll see over here, if we can kind of walk over this direction, you'll see a basketball key, volleyball court lines, a soccer goals painted on the wall, because the biggest thing in training is the athletes have to use what they're taught on the field on game day. So once we teach the technique, they need to do that technique faster, up to real time. Once they get it real time, then they got to apply that real time speed to their field of the sport they play.
All right, so dude, wow, that was like one of the coolest facility tours I've ever been through. So Ryan, I mean, like, so for the moms and dads that are watching right now, what they want to get started, they want to bring their kid over here and check this place out. Like, how do they do that, and what would be the costs?
Well, we have different ways of getting started here in the program. The best way is to actually just call us up or just bring them by and just show them the facility. And our classes run weekly, Monday through Saturday. And what we could do is have the athlete actually go through actual training for an hour and just try out a class to see if they can handle it, to see if they like it, just to get their feedback. Because most time the biggest thing I see as a parent, even if I had my own kids, is my kid going to stick with this? Are they going to do it ongoing, or are they going to get bored with it and stop one day? Well, what we do is allow the athletes to try the class so they get the feel of how the training's going to work. And then we actually have a real big athlete management system built around that, where the trainers actually even get attendance reports. Just like in school, you have an attendance in school. Well, we have attendance reports here where the trainers can monitor how often the athletes are coming in per what they committed to. So that actually helps hold accountability to the athlete and teaches them commitment. But to go back to what I was talking about as far as getting started goes, the athlete comes in, tries the class out. We schedule an evaluation. The evaluation is where we do a 20-point assessment to assess everything from posture to strength to quickness to coordination to balance, relative body strength, so relative to their size, how strong they are, not just how much weight they can move, but relative to their size, because every athlete comes in different sizes and shapes. And then from that evaluation, we'll make recommendations to what the athlete's options are to accomplish their goals that they want to achieve. And from there, we figure out what those goals are and then what package would be best for them. Now, our packages are a range of a few different programs, and those programs range from $19 a week up to $119 a week, and everything between that. So I know it's a big range, but the typical athlete comes to the program 2 to 3 times a week, and they're in the middle of that range as the average athlete in our program. So if you think about it, okay, well, they come 2 to 3 times a week. Well, imagine if I went over to a big gym and said, okay, I want to buy 3 training sessions a week for my kid, and you do the math on it, it's going to be about $180 to $200 a week to work that kid. So if you compare that to our facility, where it's athlete-only, youth-based training facility, you're talking about half that, at least, and they're getting specialized training for what they need, not just with someone who deals with fat loss and weight management, that sort of thing. I mean, it works best for the athletes and the parent that way. So the kid gets their goals and gets what they need, and it helps you out financially as well.
That's amazing. So you're saying, so the minimum package that somebody could get their kids started to see results would be as little as $19 a week.
Correct, yeah. And that's not for everybody, but that program is out there, and we'll figure out on evaluation day who that package is for, barring the results of the evaluation.
And that's not including the bonus free workout that they're going to get, right. The bonus evaluation and assessment, the 20-point assessment that you said that you're going to give them as well.
Right, I mean, that's all started just to get them involved in the training, just to check what that's about. And the way we do evaluations, it is a $45 deposit to hold the spot because it is a one session with the trainer, but that deposit gets applied towards whatever program you do. So in turn, it's free. We just need it up front to make sure you're going to come and commit to being at the session. So.